1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The sole reason why someone would want an AR-15 is just for general plinking and for the self-defense argument. There's been many guns over the years that have been considered, evil or anything because they look different. We can go back to the musket days and the lever action repeaters. The same thing applied back then as it is now. It's just a newer, updated platform that America likes, and sometimes it gets criticized for the good and the bad. It doesn't really matter what type of item is used, be it a gun, be it a knife, be it a car. It just so happens that the gun is the one that's in the forefront, and I believe that there's certain people that need to be checked, to make sure that if they're able to have this, it should be open dialogue between the states and for the police department, like FDLE, so that way we know if someone's on a no-fly list that raises flags and they're not allowed. Until they're deemed not a threat and everything's good to go, then I believe they shouldn't be able to because of the outcome. So I believe only responsible people should be allowed to own these type of weapons. And that's just not just these type, it's just all weapons in general. Because if someone wants to do harm, they're going to find a way to do it. So all the laws that go on to pretty much criminalize, the ownership of these guns, it's only affecting the law-abiding citizens because we will abide by the law. The bad guys, they will find a way. Doesn't matter if it's a gun, if it's a knife, if it's a hammer, if it's a car. If they want to inflict harm, they will do so.
The argument that someone would make in response to that is that, yes, that's true, but with an AR-15, they can inflict a lot more harm a lot quicker on a greater scale. What would you say about that?
I would say that, yes, this rifle is a easy, accessible rifle. It's meant for the common soldier back in the day, and it's up to, the civilians can actually shoot them. You can do as much harm with a shotgun. You can do as much harm with a pistol. It all depends on the person. It all depends on their intent. If you treat everything the way it should be, then there shouldn't be any problems. But the people that misuse the product is what happens in the news, is what we see more of.
And when you say that's what we see more of, are there...
The misuse of the item.
Okay.
Because the way it's supposed to be used is for sporting purposes. If some people like to go hunting with this style, but it'd be like camouflage, stuff like that. When you give it to somebody or when someone uses it in the wrong manner, that's where it glorifies, and unfortunately it puts a negative stereotype onto the actual gun, not reflecting on the person behind it who's intending to use it in the wrong manner.